Thank you very much, Mr. Chair and committee members. This is AB 1578, which seeks to require elected local and state officials to take anti-hate speech training by incorporating it into their existing sexual harassment training. While California has made some progress with hate crimes, overall hate crime offenses have still increased by 8.9% from 2023 to 2024. Recent findings from the Commission on the State of Hate show that as many as 8% of Californians over the age of 12 have experienced hate, and 15% have witnessed hate within a 1 year period, and those numbers are double for teens in the state. The Commission on Hate has also recognized that hate-based rhetoric from political leaders has the power to embolden others to express and act on their prejudices. Conversely, messages from political leaders can pacify violent attitudes. Elected officials must be aware of the implications of their words on social norms and democracy, so training can still instill a sense of responsibility in upholding those principles. With that, Mr. Chair, I respectfully ask for an aye vote at the appropriate time.
Thank you, Assemblymember Jackson. Is there anybody in support that wants to add on for the record? See none. Is there any opposition? Are you in support or in opposition?
Opposition.
Opposition? You are in support? Okay, go ahead and testify.
Hi, my name is Jalen Woodard. I'm with the Alameda County Office of Education and Sport.
Thank you.
Good afternoon, Natalia with Greenberg Charik on behalf of Equality California in support. Thank you.
Thank you. See no one else in support. We have two primary witnesses in opposition. Please, you can begin.
Jean Chadbourne, educator with 20 years experience in the classroom, here with Women Are Real, a California coalition fighting for women's rights, majority Democrat, and nearly half lesbian or bisexual. This bill requires state officials to complete an anti-hate speech training. Hate speech is commonly confused with hate crime. These are not the same thing. The bill's author states the primary impetus of hate crimes is hate speech from elected officials. This contradicts decades of research on hate crime causation. Furthermore, this bill doesn't define hate speech. In fact, hate speech has no definition in California or federal law. The Commission on the State of Hate, whose findings form the basis for this bill, relies on self-reported survey data using an extremely expansive definition of hate. That includes non-criminal acts and, I kid you not, political opposition. And frankly, Women Are Real knows exactly how hate speech gets defined in practice because we have been on the receiving end of that definition in this very building. On March 17th, our witness testified, raising concerns about boys and girls' locker rooms. Assemblymember Quirk Silva responded that we were, quote, spewing hate. Assemblymember Zabur followed, saying he was tired of us hating other kids. Last year, before the same committee, he compared our support for female-only sports to Nazi Germany. These government officials have decided advocating for women's rights is hate. This is a good example of why we cannot let the government dictate what hate is. It's not hateful or dehumanizing to call a man a man. A man is a type of human, after all. Accurately naming a man's sex is not an attack on his humanity. It is, in fact, essential for women's safety and fairness. In the workplace, in a locker room, in a homeless shelter, and yes, here in a committee hearing. The state of California must not be permitted to suppress or chill women's lawful protected speech. Keep us the land of the free. We urge a no vote.
Hi, Meg Madden of CAUSE, Californians United for Sex-Based Evidence in Policy and Law. We are a nonpartisan organization focused on the recognition of biological sex in law. We are blessed to live in a country where our expressed religious, social, and political views differ tremendously and always have. When the state steps in to train officials in state-approved attitudes about lawful speech, it means to chill speech regardless of the speech's objective offensiveness. Speech is speech, not behavior. Mandating training that goes beyond preventing actionable conduct and instead restricts speech, including on important issues we need to discuss, it violates the First Amendment rights of everyone subject to it. It also has the effect of siloing viewpoints, a particularly dangerous development when it comes to government personnel. I know this firsthand because I was the one who was testifying before the Assembly Committee about boys and girls high school locker rooms when Assemblywoman Quirk Silva told me that I was spewing hate. And Assemblyman Zabor has accused cause members of hate twice during committee hearings for saying boys do not belong in girls' sports, even though that is a majority view even among Democrats. But even if it were not, even if there is only one person left on Earth who knows that sex is real, who remembers we are mammals, we evolved like other mammals, and that understanding evolution depends on understanding sex is real, then we must protect that person's right to say that, even if it offends some people. Or do you think we should have another Scopes trial? Our founders understood the totalitarian impulse to train people to believe that speech the government does not like is wrong. That if authority calls something hate, it must be bad and false, even when it isn't, and every cell in your body is screaming it is true. We urge a no vote. Thank you, and I'll answer any questions.
Thank you. Anybody else that wants to add on in opposition? Seeing nobody, committee members, comments, questions? Seeing none, Assembly Member, we don't have a quorum yet. Do you want to go ahead and close?
Respectfully ask for an aye vote.
Thank you, Assemblymember Jackson, for presenting your bill today. I appreciate your commitment to the issue and agree that adding anti-hate speech training is critically important. I will be supporting your bill, but again, once we get a quorum, motion and a second, we will take that action. Thank you for being here for this bill, and I believe you have another bill today.
Yep.
Thank you to the witnesses in opposition. So with that, we move on to item number 13 on the agenda, Assembly Bill 28.